What's up, guys? This is just a quick video I wanted to make. I saw this news drop this morning that the Mario 3D All-Stars announcement for Switch got released, and it is going to be coming out on September 18th. And I know a lot of people have been speculating when this is going to come out, and a lot of people thought it was just a rumor, but it finally got announced. And I just want to talk about this because I think this is a big issue, the release of this game. I think it's a big issue. I have a big issue with the marketing for this. I have a big issue with the pricing. I have a big issue with how this is going to be released. And I don't think a lot of people are going to be talking about it because so many people have nostalgia for these games. So I just want to bring to light a few things that I think a lot of people are missing over and not really taking into consideration. You know, this game is going to be released, and initially when I saw the footage for these, I was pretty underwhelmed. I thought they were going to be, remastering these or whatever it may be, not just upscaling the textures, but completely redoing the models or something like that. And they're not, which is fine. I have no problem with that. However, I do have a problem with how this is being priced. This is going to be a $60 release here. That is not acceptable in any way, shape, or form. I don't care what anyone says. This is not worth $60. Yes, it's 3 games, but 2 of these games are 20 years old, man. Super Mario 64 is over 20 years old, and I believe Mario Sunshine came out in 2001. The 2 of these games are 20 years old. I mean, Mario Galaxy is not exactly a new game either. And they are going to be releasing this for $60. All they're doing is upscaling the textures. That is not worth $60. And this has been my problem with Nintendo. I think their first party releases have been excellent recently. At least in the last few years. Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, things like that. Those are 2 of the best games I've ever played. I love both of those games dearly, and I would happily pay $60 for them. I think they're more than worth $60. However, bullshit like this, where you're getting 3 games in one, nothing's being added, all they're doing is upscaling the textures, and these are old as dirt games, and you're getting it for $60. This is not a $60 release. If there was new content added, maybe, but there's not. There are tons and tons of collections you can get for similar things like this that you can get for way cheaper. If you go on Steam right now, you can get Devil May Cry, the HD collection. This is 3 games in one. You can get this for $30. These are newer games that came out before, Mario 64 or Super Mario Sunshine. You can get this for $30. You can argue these are shorter games, but they have replayability, and you're paying half the price for a series like this, for a collection. You can also get Final Fantasy X Remastered. You can get the collection Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy X-2 HD Remaster for $30. It's only 2 games, but you're getting infinitely more content. That's hundreds and hundreds of hours of content with those 2 JRPGs for $30. And they're doing the exact same thing that they're doing with this collection. All they did is up the textures. That's all they did in those collections on Steam. That's all they're doing here. And this has been my problem with Nintendo for the last few years. They seem to be very anti-consumer without really putting it in their customers' faces. Yes, they're not doing microtransactions like a lot of these other big companies are, and no, they're not paywalling their content, but they do shit like this that a lot of people just kind of brush over and think it's fine because they have nostalgia for these titles. But it's just like borderline scummy. No, they're not going to do microtransactions, but they'll release crap like this for $60. This is worth $40. I would happily pay $40 for this. But $60, this is not a $60 release. I don't care. Again, they just do subtle, shitty things that a lot of people don't talk about. Another thing they never do is drop the prices of their games. They never, ever in a million years drop their prices. Breath of the Wild, still to this day, if you go on Nintendo's website, is $60. That game came out over 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago. It's still $60. They do stuff like this that is just very anti-Nintendo fan. They want people to pay as much money as possible for stuff that really, it's just not that much work. All they're doing is upping the textures. I just want to talk about this because I really don't think people are talking about this enough. They kind of just see the release and say, oh, it's 3 Mario games in one, that's awesome. And people just blindly accept it, but no one really mentions how, this is so not okay in today's gaming landscape. It's just not okay. Again, another thing, this is a limited release. They said this is gonna be a limited time run right here, limited time run until the end of March 2021. So not only is this going to be a $60 release, but the prices are only going to go up because people are going to buy this and then they're going to try to resell it for much more money, and people are going to willingly pay for it because it's a limited run. So this isn't really a gaming collection. This is a collectible. This is a collectible that people are going to want to buy and then resell for much more money. So this is going to end up being, I bet you eventually this is going to go well over $100. People just reselling this crap because it's gonna have a limited run, and it's gonna have a physical release, so you can actually hold the thing in your hand. I mean, people are gonna argue, yeah, this is more money than those HD collections on Steam or whatever, but this is a physical release. It doesn't matter in my opinion. I think a physical release doesn't warrant a $30 jump in price, and I don't think it being Mario should warrant a $30 jump in price. But that's it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm honestly really interested to hear what people have to say about this, because I just think it's just completely unacceptable. But a lot of people don't really seem to think so. So that's about it, guys. Take it easy, and I'll catch you later.